Where's the popcorn? Did everybody bring the popcorn? Where's the movie?
Make sure the sound's up.
Zoe, can you export, please?
Where do we sit? Where do we sit?
Anywhere you want.
Oh dear. Down, please.
Up.
Yes. No, that would be presentation. Our director was
Can I just say, if you're doing a presentation, I don't want you to be sitting down.
Okay, sorry. Our director was Kira Kurosawa. He's a Japanese director. Just a quick intro about him. Some of the movies he created. Most of his themes were either drama, adventure, tragedy. He also recreated some of the Shakespeare stories. And some of the key characteristics of his movie is he used weather in a lot of his movies to symbolize emotions. And he would also ask actors in his movies to pick a gesture and repeat it throughout the movie to symbolize what they were feeling without showing them, like I did the neck crack in the movie. So he used that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then he also used motion quite a lot in this movie instead of verbal or dialogue. He used nature a lot in the form of weather. He also used groups of people to amplify motion. So if one person would do a gesture, it would echo throughout the group. So if one person kneeled down crying, the rest of them would go and start kneeling down. And see, this are the three. The same actor doing the same gesture in 3 different scenes, because you know when he storms off angry, that's what he does.
So camera work. So the director doesn't like doing edits. He just likes to do it in one take and little bit of editing, but mostly he doesn't like editing. Like in the film Scandal, when the director likes these long takes in his film, meaning that a camera person follows one or more characters in different scenes without cutting or editing. One of the examples is Scandal from 1950. So in this example, the character was seen talking on the phone, then the camera followed the character and left him without cutting the shots in between. Afterwards, the character has been left by the camera and started following the character in a panic angle. Do you understand what I'm? Yeah.
He would use 3 different shots or more in the same thing, so it will go from close up to a long shot to the over the shoulder without cutting.
Yeah. So I've also noticed that the director in his films like to keep a single shot for a long period of time, like in this film.
Yeah, he said his editing styles. These were our ideas to film. So this was our original idea, so he would stand there and do this because that was the biggest movement. And then we decided to go with this shot because it's much longer. And it's one of his like battle kind of scenes which he's known for. And these are the storyboards that we wrote out. And these are the points that we used in our film that he used.
This is the bibliography.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, are there any questions?
Any problems you faced when you were filming?
Weather.
Yeah. There
Have
was
you
that.
heard of Akira Kurosawa before?
No.
I had heard of him in one thingy. It was just I was watching a video and it just mentioned him, but
Okay.
I didn't.
What have you learned from looking at his stuff and actually recreating his video?
I would say I've learned a lot about motion with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned that he's a lot different from the Hollywood style. In Hollywood, there is lots of editing, but in his film, he doesn't like to use lots of editing. I think that's a good feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the idea of like you can take like long shots without having to keep cutting each time, and it still runs through perfectly.
Okay. Right. What style of his, what element of his particularly picked out? Just that, was it just a shot film?
Yeah,
Continuous shot.
and yeah, not just that. It's like you know how like his whole like thing of like each individual person has like a certain thing that they do before they battle or whatever, like the neck cracking. That was really good because it just makes it more like you're focusing on that one thing, so it just makes it better.
Okay. And you use quite a few different types of shot sizes. Is that what Kira uses?
Yeah, he tries to mix shots. So there was 2 pans in there, and they were canted at 2 different angles. Because he liked to switch the shots to make the viewer more attentive.
Okay. And did you feel that helped with the actual editing instead of just using one shot?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So,
Cool.
boring.
Thank you very much. Next.